We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Number 53, Mike 53.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Absolutely nowhere.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 47.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Check. Hey, alert, 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 alert. 51. Hey, echo. 51 to Mike.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. That's it. Let's go. Hey, we got
now Murray throwing on 2nd down. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Box drop.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That's track. 51, Mike 51. Tackles.
Throwing, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards that time. So many connections between the two quarterbacks in this game, Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray. Both Heisman Trophy winners. Obviously, you've got the Oklahoma connection. Both nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And
Touchdown, Cardinals! Melvin Gordon with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Mayfield off the play fake. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brooks Reed in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And it's taken in at the 9. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
51 to Mike, boys, 51. You rush. 51 to Mike. 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A really nice gain of 25 yards. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, Cardinals! Demir Bird hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brooks Reed has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Mayfield looks to throw, and he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. David Baker with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got nothing. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51. Here we go. 51's the Mike, boy. 51.
A final shot before half from Murray. Throw caught here by Bird. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Ready. 53 is the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Watch that. Tweet up. Let it go.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Topper!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield to throw it. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Now Gordon on first down. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Murray. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Dancing to his left. Going underneath for Gordon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist.
On play action, it's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Come on. Quick dance, quick dance.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. We always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Demir Bird, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
53, Mike, 53. You ain't going nowhere. Hurry up,
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. The pass complete. It's Bird. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Let's go.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
53 is the mic. Army. Tight down. There you go. Check. 53 is mic. Check. 53 is mic. Yeah, that's what I do. Mike, 53. 53.
From the gun, Murray. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him. Taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Army.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. And scoring again, the Rams have widened that lead a bit further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A run with Chubb on 1st down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike 51. Point it right. Under crunch.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Mayfield now. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Shotgun now from Murray. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Miles Boykin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st
The Browns' drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And again, it's Chubb. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A toss play to Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Let's go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Browns on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He finds Beckham complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run. Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Arizona, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 53, Mike. I'm coming.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Elliott.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On second down, it's Elliott. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 21. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Forbath is sent it away now following the touchdown. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, 47 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
On second down now, it's Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. On third down, Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37.
Now Elliott. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On second down, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Browns' 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. On first down, Elliott. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On second and 9, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now Chubb, and down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Mayfield on play action. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott, that one complete to Elliott. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Prescott, and just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Prescott now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play fake. Mayfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked out by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They go to Elliott again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. On second down now. It's Elliott, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. On third down, Elliott, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On first down, Elliott. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And Forbath will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. Mayfield looks to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 74 yards.
First down and goal to go.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
Everybody, 53, Mike.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it third and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. Here's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. This is Hunt, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Well, Prescott here to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Cooper was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Prescott. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off and whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The Browns drive about to get started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last shot from Mayfield here. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Giants. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And off we go from Cleveland. They go play action. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Hey, I'm 133.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
from just shy of midfield, Mayfield caught left side. It's Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 51 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a flag out right away, and I believe our day will begin with a 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Throwing. Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Chubb on the counter, and an alley to run. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And once again, the Browns are back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He completes it to Tate. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd down, Jones. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Hey, orbit. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
2nd and 6 at the Browns' 48-yard line.
Let's go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Saquon Barkley running right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
60 outlaw.
Right there, 56. Wild Bill.
Hey, Wahoo.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Go.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
You
Hey,
can't.
Alpha.
You can't block me. Sponge. No.
Get it.
Now Jones throwing again. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Check.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give running right is Chubb. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David the Joker, the tight end. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
47. Hey, let's get this.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another 1st down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Well, you know, writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Catch made by Slayton. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Jones. And Tate's got it. Another first down. The Giants, they have the passing game working right now.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. That's fielded in the end. Zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard.
Black 20.
53, Mike.
Under 10. Black is
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. But it'll be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. But it's brought in by Washington. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Roethlisberger will throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vince Williams able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be fourth down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Chubb running right, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Check 1 3.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Opposite. Hey, Delta.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Now watch run. Watch run.
Yes.
On third down, Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Roethlisberger now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll fire away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
CD, we got a little time here before Cleveland takes their next snap on offense. Quite a ride, really, for the Browns in 2019. Freddie Kitchens really hardly knew you. Gone after one season. Remember, people had elevated the Browns, not just playoff contenders, really, but Super Bowl contenders in the preseason. But that 6-10 finish brought them back to earth in a big way.
Well, let's go back to the preseason, and we did talk about those high expectations. I think that you and I both pumped the brakes on the Super Bowl talk. I thought playoff talk was legitimate. And when you look at this roster, whoever ends up taking over as the head coach of the Browns, they should be very happy with the talent that they have and a chance to chase a division title in the AFC North. So we'll see if this team matures, learns from this past season where expectations were too high and they didn't come close to meeting them. But I think it's a roster well worth noting that they can make some noise if they come together and play at their best.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium. Here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. Ready. Ready.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, We'll step aside and be right back.
56. Check, 56.
On third down, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Landry now on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
We got to step it up.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Hurry, hurry!
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29.
Kill. Turn it up.
Real.
Kill, turn it up.
From the 29, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. A run for Nick Chubb. Levante David in on the tackle.
Hey, alert 33.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the 44, Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Play fake. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
1st down, they go with Barber again. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
Off the play fake, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Play fake. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Charlie.
45's the mark.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Let's go.
William Golston. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
You ain't doing
That's the
nothing.
end of the first quarter. With the score, Buccaneers 7, Browns nothing.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check curls, check curls, check.
Hey, alert 33.
Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
Let's get this.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Following the interception, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action. Winston. He completes it to Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Again, it's Winston. He's got it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run with Barber. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the down.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin there to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
3rd and
1. A toss play to Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it. Because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Winston. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can.
45 the mic. 45 the mic.
Go.
Yeah, I'm here all day. 45 the mic.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Escaping. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing, Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. Past the 20.